Well, when you think of the biggest animals on the planet, elephants and buffalo, giraffes, these huge, huge mammals, they don't eat meat. Where do they get their protein? It grows out of the ground. Plants are full of protein, and that's where these animals get it, and that's where we can get it as well. There are many foods in the plant kingdom that are especially rich in protein. All the legumes family, anything in a pod, peas and beans and chickpeas and lentils, full of protein. Whole grains are full of protein. Green vegetables have it. If you are getting enough calories, if you're getting your 2,000 calories based on whole foods, we're not talking about processed sugary snacks, we're talking about whole foods as they grow out of the ground. But if you're eating lots of corn and beans and whole grains and fruits and vegetables, you get your 1,800, 2,000 calories, you are going to be getting your 40 to 50, 60 grams of protein. You can't help it. It's in the grains, it's in the beans, it's in the lentils. Enough calories, you will get enough protein. Protein deficiency really is not an issue on a vegan diet or vegetarian diet. People use it as a shorthand if they're not doing well. They say, oh, I'm not getting enough protein. But really, it isn't actually the protein. There's plenty of amino acids, plenty of protein in a vegan diet. The Americans eat too much protein. All these concentrated meats and dairy products will actually injure your arteries, injure your kidneys, takes calcium out of your bones. We eat too much protein. Protein really isn't an issue. But again, you got to eat whole foods. You can't live on soft drinks and candy, and just because they're vegan, think that you're getting enough. It's got to be whole foods. Food as grown is a nice phrase. Corn should look like corn on the cob. Corn chips don't look like corn. Okay? Whole potatoes are one thing. Potato chips don't look like potatoes. Eat food as it grew, and if you eat enough calories, you're going to get enough protein. It really isn't an issue. In 40 years of medicine, I've never met anyone with a protein deficiency. I've seen pictures of children in Africa with kwashiorkor, which is a true protein deficiency, but these children are starving to death. They don't have enough protein, they don't have calories, they don't have fat, they're starving to death. In America, you don't see kwashiorkor. It really is not an issue. If you are someone going to be fully adopting a plant-based diet, there are some things you've got to do properly. It's not a matter of just eating snack foods and soft drinks and think you're going to be healthy. The guidelines for a healthy plant-based diet. One, again, eat whole foods. Don't just live on veggie burgers and protein shakes. Eat food as grown. Have fruit and oatmeal for breakfast. Lunches and dinners should be based around salads and soups and steamed greens and lentil stews and bean burritos. Eat real food. Second, you've got to chew that food up. The old saying, you are what you eat, not true. You are what you absorb. And we're in such a hurry, shoveling that food down 2 chews, and it goes down. If you don't take the time to break up those cell walls, where that contain the nutritional goodies in the food, it passes through you unabsorbed. Nature gave us 32 of the best juicers on the planet, 16 in our upper jaw, 16 in our lower jaw. The invitation is to use them. Admit your mother was right, put the fork down and chew the food to a cream. Make broccoli puree in your mouth before you swallow it. You get a lot more nutrition out of the food that you eat. Third, you cannot ignore vitamin B12. It's serious. The natural vitamin B sources, the stream water we used to drink from, the soil on the vegetables that we used to pull carrots out of the ground, eat them, those are gone. So for the vegan, you've got to have some source of vitamin B12, 1,000 micrograms in your diet once a week, either in a supplement or fortified foods, but don't forget vitamin B12, don't neglect it. I've seen too many vegans with B12 deficiencies that have injured their nerves, so don't ignore that. And you need some iodine. Take a couple of pieces of sea vegetables, nori or wakame, once or twice a week. Don't overdose on the iodine. More is not better. And DHA, long-chain fatty acids. Have a handful of walnuts every day, or a tablespoon of ground flax seeds, and that ought to cover your fatty acid needs. So if you just do these things, eat whole foods, chew them up really well, don't neglect your B12, and have some seaweed and some walnuts, you should have no problem on a plant-based diet. You wind up lean and healthy and stay out of doctor's offices, which is a good thing to do. Let me tell you, I know, as one who knows, know your doctor as a friend, not as a professional if you can possibly avoid it. And a good plant-based diet will help you do that.